Grand final day rolls on, and we've got the NPL doubleheader kicking off in the shadows of the setting sun at Suncorp Stadium. Hello again everyone, and we're all set for a Classico conclusion to the 10th season of NPL women's football here in Queensland as two historic clubs face off with the title of champions going on the line. It is the star-studded Brisbane City looking to complete the NPL double, having already claimed the premiership, taking on the dynastic Lions FC, a mainstay in this fixture over the last 5 seasons, looking to remind everyone who the dominant force in local football is. It has been an eventful day here at the home of sport here in Queensland. Lions have ridden a successful path to the final. It was a dramatic win over Easts last weekend in the semi-final. James Coughlin here in the commentary booth, and I'm very pleased to be joined by Josh Masamisi. Josh, couldn't have asked for a better conclusion this year, could we?
No, not at all. The sun's shining and they've opened Suncorp Stadium up to us, which is fantastic. We've had 2 great games take place so far, and I'm really looking forward to this one between City and Lions. Of course, a long history between both sides, and I'm expecting a very entertaining 90 minutes or more, James.
Yep, certainly, and there are Brisbane City. They were here last year, albeit in the FQPL Grand Final. They have been very happy to be playing a few hours later this time around, and we couldn't have asked for a better day. And now we're going to take you to the captain's call from during the week as they prepared for the Grand Final.
The 2024 season for us has been nothing short of extraordinary, and it is our first season back in the NPL. For us to claim the premiership, we've definitely exceeded everyone's expectations. That achievement alone speaks volumes for the hard work and the resilience that's really kind of defined our campaign this year. To be heading back to Suncorp, it's an incredible feeling. Winning the QPL 1 Grand Final last year was a remarkable achievement for us. To have that same opportunity again this year, to return to that prestigious venue and be competing for that same prestigious title, only now in the NPL, it means that much more to us this year. And for me personally, it's definitely, a career highlight to be able to play at Suncorp. Our confidence comes from consistent form, strategic approach and the ability to step up in key moments. Everyone's really committed to bringing a good performance on Saturday, and we're approaching the grand final with the same level of focus and intensity that we've brought all season. Playing on Suncorp is amazing, but let alone winning a final is a truly unforgettable experience. The support that we had from our fans, the atmosphere it created, and just the sheer scale of the occasion in itself just made it truly a memorable event for everyone.
It's a very successful year. The word that comes to mind is probably a little bit turbulent. We've had a lot of injuries and some sickness, but I think it's actually created a bit of a resilience within the team, and it's just now we come to a problem and we just try and find a solution, and I think it's created part of who we are this year in 2024 to lead us into these finals. To get into the final this year was very exciting for all of the club and all of the players past and the ones that are here currently. And we just need to be brave in the way that we play, and the rest will follow. It's about making sure that we take the risks that we need to take and be disciplined where we need to, and the rest will come. Saturday is just a celebration of all of the work that we put in. So when we're running out as a team, I feel like it's just going to be taking it all in and enjoying the moment.
164 matches and 211 days ago, these were the two clubs that kicked off the 2024 NPL Queensland season on a muggy Friday night at Luxury Paint Stadium. Now they'll play the final match of the year on a picturesque Saturday evening here at Suncorp Stadium. It will be Brisbane City, 12 months removed from a perfect promotion, completing their meteoric rise by defeating a Lions side who have specialised in grand final triumphs since 2019. Can this rebuild group bring another trophy back to the bulging cabinet at Richlands? Well, how about that for a shot to set the stage for a huge night at Suncorp Stadium. James Coughlin and Josh Masamisi here. Josh, What are you looking for over the next 90 or maybe 120 minutes? We can't say anything for sure.
I'm looking forward to what should be an entertaining fixture. I'm looking forward to the matchups within the midfield. I think, you know, Ishinori coming up against her old side, and you've got Tiana Karambassis in there for Lions, who really holds down the fort, and I'm really excited to see that unfold. But also Brisbane City really taking it to Lions.
All right, they are almost ready to come out. There we go. It took a bit of a false start, but now they are coming out onto Suncorp Stadium, the 10th NPL Queensland Grand Final here in Queensland. It is Lions, the specialists in the Grand Final under Rob Askew, so dominant over the last 6 seasons. Brisbane City, well, they're a bit later to the party, having only just been promoted into the NPL after spending half a season in the top flight in 2021. And it is shaping up as a blockbuster clash here as sides line up for the pre-match ceremonies. They were led out by our referee, Taylor Brotherston. She'll be assisted by Connor Evans and Ryan Ball. And the fourth official is Emmett Drennan. And the fourth official has actually been the busiest official of the afternoon so far. Just recapping the results already today. St George Willawong led 2-0 in the FQPL Men's Grand Final before East pulled off the comeback of all comebacks. 3-2 winners in extra time. And then in the match just gone by, Gold Coast Knights won the FQPL Women's Premiership over North Lakes. All 4 of those sides will be featuring in the NPL next season. It is a healthy crowd building, plenty of Azuri blue and Lions orange. As Lions line up there, you can see the starting team for Lions in their traditional orange and blue kit. Josh, who have you got your eye on here for Lions?
Well, there's a lot of players that aren't there tonight. Tara O'Keefe, of course, has been there for many seasons now and has had a lot of success in the orange. I mentioned Tiana Karambassis, and the obvious selection out of all of them is Megan McGallagher. Her brace last weekend to push Lions into another grand final was nothing short of exceptional.
Almost coming out of nowhere. Meanwhile, for Brisbane City, I mean, its stars are plenty, and it really is a first world problem where coach David De Silva has had to try and fit in returning Matilda Sian Fryer to the team.
Yeah, their attack is just so potent. With Steph Latham leading the line. Sian Fryer usually plays on that left wing. It'll be interesting to see how they set up this afternoon.
And there is Steph Latham, the Golden Boot winner for NPL Queensland this year, fresh off the FQPL 1 Golden Boot. Scorer of 80 goals in her time at Brisbane City. Can she add to it? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. And there's Tara O'Keefe, the captain for Lions. And look, this has been a bit of a strange fixture, Josh. So they've met 3 times this season and once back in 2021. The nominal away side has won all 4 times. So Lions were the away side in 2021. They won that one 9-0. Obviously a very different setup for both clubs since then. But round 1, it was City 3-2. Lions won 2-1 at Imperial Court Stadium, and then back at Luxury Paint Stadium, it was City 6-0 in their most recent encounter. Does history play any sort of role in that?
I think it has to, considering we're talking a Classico here, the Brisbane Classico. 2 clubs steeped in history, coming up against one another. I think it does, and as I said, interesting to see how it plays out. We know there have been goals in past occasions, and I think that will be a very similar story this afternoon.
And just speaking to Rob Askew before we went live as well, he was saying, you know, it's been a tough season for him, arguably his toughest one at Lions. He has won a trophy in every season he has been at the Richlands club, and this is his last chance to keep that streak alive.
It is, without a doubt. They missed out on the grand final last year, claimed the premiership. They'll be seeking revenge, Lions.
They certainly will. All right, we are all set for kickoff. 2024 NPL Grand Final, Season 10 of NPL Women's in Queensland. Oh, this is going to be a good one, Josh. And here we go. City going from right to left on your screen. In the first half, it's Ishinori battling early for possession. Back to Lainey Fryer. Jess Dillon will take up her regular station in the holding midfield role. It's the biggest selection surprise is Georgia Thompson. She'll be starting on the right wing, having recovered from some ankle and foot injuries over the season.
Yeah, she really complements the Brisbane City attack. Georgia Thompson missed out last weekend in the semi-final, as you mentioned.
And here is Thompson chasing the ball down far sideline in the shade as Thompson clips that ball in, and it's over the head of Cebulski, and for possession, Norrie unable to bring that one under control. But talking to Dave De Silva as well, Georgia Thompson, he just highlighted her determination and drive just to be involved in this match.
Yeah, without a doubt. She
lets that run behind for the goal kick. It's Clark.
Yeah, she stepped up time and time again for Brisbane City, and perhaps a unsung hero at times with the star power they do boast.
And it is a nice problem to have as well, where you've got Georgia Thompson coming in, and she will be ably tasked with supporting Steph Latham up top, the veteran leader. Meanwhile, for Lions, I mean, it's all about Meg McElligott. 2 goals last week, and they were just ridiculously good finishes as well.
I couldn't believe it when I was sitting back and watching it unfold, James. It was truly tremendous. Megan McElligott, she pulled him out of the fire, to be fair. Of course, Chantal Marajeri getting one back for Eastern Suburbs with a great goal in her own right, but McElligott's strikes were something to admire.
That they were, and who knows, we've already seen some pretty spectacular goals this afternoon. Will we see some more? Well, I know you and I are certainly hoping so over the next few hours. We're going to be spending a bit of time together. The Mitre Festival of Football gets underway with this massive day here at Suncorp Stadium, and we'll go to him a little bit later. We've got Josh McLean on the sideline as well, as he's looking nice and comfy in behind the Brisbane City bench. Throwing going the way of City is such a set up shop deep in the Lions half. Latham going to find a way through, and that's one back. And now back for Thompson as she tries to weave her way through. Awkward moment for Cox stepping on the ball, and that well was Bowman. It was a strange feeling last year, Josh. We had an NPL Women's Grand Final that didn't have Rob Askew or Lions involved. You were doing that game with Marielle Hecker last year. It was East Gold Coast United, and I suppose it does kind of feel like normalcy has been restored with Lions involved, not just in the women's but the men's matches today as well. Yeah,
without a doubt. They didn't claim the premiership this season, Lions, which is a very different story to usual.
Norrie, did that strike a hand off Norrie? I think, depending on the... I think that might have been a...
Well, that was close. Was it ball to hand or hand to ball?
Look, in my expert opinion, from where we're stationed up here in the eastern state, it certainly looked like it was ball to hand.
It would have been a hard sell if Taylor Brotherson had given it. And back to your point, James, about Lions and their dominance back in the grand final. They missed out on the premiership this season, which is very different to how normal NPLW leagues play out. And as you mentioned, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, NPLW grand final winners. They do hold the highest scoreline in 2022.
Sorry, Josh, just breaking away. Loose touch there by Murphy. It's pounced on by McElligott, and she'll try and switch it over for Rantucci. Chested down. And she's getting around Kramer, and a chip shot save there by Georgie Worth. Sorry, Josh, I just jumped in.
Well, they do hold the biggest scoreline, 6-0 in the 2022 grand final. So they're used to the occasion. Rob Askew knows how to get his side up and running.
Get pushed forward, and she's got Rantucci in support again. Marie Rantucci, and can only find the safe gloves of Georgie Worth.
The opening 5 minutes has been fairly evenly split. Brisbane City having the bulk of possession to begin, but Lions starting to find a bit of continuity.
Goes Norrie as Shanfry makes the run ahead, and back in midfield by Karambasis. O'Keefe out for Karambasis. Won't be too long before we're calling her a seasoned A-League veteran, Tayana Karambasis. Central Coast last year, Adelaide, I believe, this coming season. as Thompson. It's good by Chelsea Fairbairn. Thanks to the Lions left back spot. Delegate touch by Khan, and it was just that little bit too heavy as that was covered by Mia Green. Actually quite a few young players that have come through the QAS system in today's game as well. And I suppose that is showing that the QAS program is producing plenty of strong players. They had a bit of a rebuild and a reboot this year with many of the players aging out and graduating onto NPL senior teams.
David De Silva did lead the QAS program for a number of years there. Signed with Brisbane City midway through 2022.
You saw David De Silva animated as always on the sideline. We'll have to take a trip down memory lane. FQPL Women's Grand Final last year as Cox tries to go through Murphy, but no luck there. It was 5-1 in second half stoppage time, and De Silva was still up and issuing instructions and just basically trying to get the ear of anyone who would listen. And I suppose it is a testament to the high standards he has set at Imperial Corp Stadium and why they've won the premiership in their first year in the NPL.
Yeah, his philosophy has certainly stood up. And you look at the question marks surrounding Brisbane City, everyone thought they would do well, but they didn't really know how they would match with a Lions or an East in the top flight of Queensland football. And as you said, they've delivered time and time again this season.
Over it goes his early ball was, I don't know if that was a shot or a cross or something in between, but either way, Clark calmly collects.
They only dropped points on 7 occasions throughout the year. And it was a tight finish, the premiership. Only 3 points of difference between them and East.
It was a tight finish on the ladder, but I suppose as well when you win the premiership with an 8-1 victory, it's not like some of the other premiership clinching moments we've seen here at Suncorp, where Luke Bratton's thunderbolt from the blue back in 2014. Reset Khan with the throw, gets the ball back from Thompson and Karen Barsis over. Another throw in for as they try to work their way out. They've been in a territorial deficit thus far as City started. The stronger of the two here is Ishnari, is back for Thompson, poking it across, looking for Sean Fryer.
Been some stray balls fly through the penalty area to begin with. A few danger signs if you're Lions.
For now it is just about absorbing the pressure if you are Lions as they try to work their way to the City half as Cox is dispossessed. And Melissa Cox is one of those players I've highlighted as a bit of a key figure this evening, a graduate of QAS with Olympic last year, and she's enjoying a very successful first season at Lions in the senior team.
Yeah, her first season with Lions, and I think Rob Askew noticed that they were a bit thin up front at times, and she certainly filled that void. Not sure if they expected to lose Tegan Riding halfway through the year either.
Riding going back to East, and just Meg McElligott to call back upon, and here she is. Tee up, get with the shot, and just a bit too tall. Goes over the crossbar as Lions have their first proper attack in anger, and it was through Ellen Gett with the setup by McElligott.
Yeah, A-League experience Ellen Gett has, and she just didn't catch it. They did fly over the crossbar, hoping to grab at it a little more and force a stop or reach the target at least on Georgina Worth's goal.
Under pressure by Norrie, but it eventually finds its way to Rantucci. Cebulski and waiting to see what happens with Latham, keeping a very close eye young defender, but he's able to get the pass away. Get now looking to switch it up, and first touch by McGilligan, and decided to have a crack with Georgie Worth off her line. Look at the temperature at the moment, Josh. We've got about 25 degrees still here, so not the easiest conditions, but I suppose it is a bit of a break after a pretty hot pair of semi-finals last weekend with that heat wave we had coming through.
Yeah, it certainly is, and you can see the shade covering Suncorp Stadium at the moment. Both sets of players will certainly be relieved, but at the same time they're prepared for this, both squads. That's why they start so early, their pre-seasons, and ensure they're fit and firing when the season starts, and it's just about maintaining those levels. And to be fair, it could be as hot as anything, but they'll get up for a grand final.
It's hard not to, and should point out as well, you know, fellow commentators who did the two FQPL games, Adam and Amy, for them this is what they call a heat wave, I think, back home. And if they're not on the mic, I can pretty much say what I want about them. Switch of play, looking Lions player, instead it's pounced on by City. Sian Fryer strides forward, now looking to turn provider for Latham at the back post. It's bouncing as Latham hooks it back across for Laney Fryer, and still there for Norrie with the shot, and the flag has gone up as might have been an offside call perhaps.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Fryer with a bit of room to move, just overcooked the cross a touch. Latham did well to get the ball back into the 6-yard box.
Well, I think it might have been adjudged to have crossed the line. Hold the ball over the whole of the line as the rule was written. I think it might still be. Starts to attack now. Norrie out wide for Fryer as Sister Laney runs through the middle. Cleared away by Mackenzie Nielsen. Cox, calm, just marshalling the Lions winger. Edward. McElligott. Talitha Kramer, the veteran of 3 A-League clubs. Talitha Kramer, Wanderers, Wellington and the Roar.
Just looking through the stats throughout the week, and there's an extensive amount of data that gets tracked from every NPLW game, and noticing last weekend against East Lions in their dual wins rate were 53% and 56% in the first and second half respectively. And when you look at the chart, they dominated Eastern Suburbs in that category. And I think that's another important stat they need to win this afternoon.
That determination as she'll head along the ground looking for Sian Fryer, and it's almost deflected right into the path of Laney Fryer. So now going back for McElligott. Beautiful ball up the line to pick out Cox. Does she have the pace to get away from Murphy? Cox driving for the byline. She's got no one in the centre. She'll have to go herself as she'll now look for the cutback. Get has made the late run, and off the penalty spot, just enough pressure from Kramer to take it away from Ellen Gett. But Lions with a lightning quick counter-attack almost paying dividends.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for Ellen Gett. I'm sure her eyes began to lit up. Alyssa Cox with a terrific run. And really Lions' second thorough opportunity of the afternoon.
These are the moments you have to make count in a big game, whether you're the reigning premiers or someone expected to pull off the upset, and Cebulski coming across, but Thompson able to win the ball back, touching it towards Clark, and a heavy collision, and the Lions goalkeeper comes away with the ball.
I think that's a great example of what I was touching on earlier about the duels that need to be won for Lions. You see Libby Cebulski tracking across field and shutting down Georgia Thompson, Emily Clark backing her up.
Another chance for City as that deflected cross goes over the byline and will be a corner for City as Lions tall timber trot back.
And here it is again on the replay. Emily Clark just putting her body on the line. Georgia Thompson with another chance.
They certainly seem to like going down that right wing through Georgia Thompson as well. Perhaps it's, with all the focus on the Friars, it just does give Thompson a little bit more space to operate as in goes the corner, and it's from by McElligott. Green with the shanked ball up into the afternoon sky. Now McElligott will just play it up and look for the sideline, and it just goes over, retrieved by Murphy. Well, pardon, by Khan as it's thrown to Murphy. Got a step ahead of myself there. A very versatile signing for Dave De Silva in Brisbane City this year. Looking back earlier on, she was playing as a winger and now she's a central defender. And to the surprise of Karen Barsis, it is a free kick for City, and that's a bit of confusion as Fryer tried to take it quickly with O'Keefe standing right over the football. City shaping up for this free kick. It's going to be Thompson and Murphy standing over it. Murphy with the far more direct run. The whistle goes. Thompson, the driving ball, and it's picked up by Clark. And now we'll go down to our man on the sideline. It's another Josh McLean. Josh, how's the atmosphere down there? It's sounding pretty noisy.
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, very, very good atmosphere down here. The fans, they've piled in, and happy grand final day, I'll say to both of you gentlemen. Now, I did happen to catch up with the Brisbane City team manager before the match, and he said the technique we're looking at today is physique over technique. No technique over physique, he said. So what that means is no long balls into the box. They're going to play the ball short, and that is their plan today. They're not going to bomb away. They're going to keep it tight, and the old one-touch drill at training has clearly been getting a workout this week, gentlemen.
Thank you, Josh. We've got Josh upstairs, we've got Josh downstairs, and here I am just as another J.
Well, yeah, I was about to say we have another J.
Through for Thompson as another touch heavily involved. Yeah, Thompson as that's headed away by Cebulski. I don't know if Clark was going to call for that one. Perhaps as this goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
Well, either way, Clark would be happy that the ball was dealt with in the end.
She will, and funny, Josh on the sideline just mentioned training drills as well. Dave De Silva, he had to go to Perth during the week, so his wife was actually graduating, so big congratulations to her on that. But it also means he's put a lot of faith and trust in the veteran leadership of his team, and it's a good sign that he can trust his side in such a big week to get it together. But when you look at the experience they've got, I suppose it shouldn't be too surprising as well.
That's right, Steph Latham really leads from the front, and they all follow Brisbane City.
Norrie battling in midfield. Ooh. A little lash out from Norrie at Cebulski, but Fryer kicks that one away, and oh, that's just silly, but Taylor Brotherston will just opt for leniency and keep the cards in her pocket for now.
I was about to say maybe some leftovers from the training paddock between Norrie and Cebulski, but I don't believe they were played with each other at lines.
Maybe Cebulski is Penn Power last year, if I remember correctly.
There's a little bit of feeling starting to creep into this one.
And I thought we were done with the hot-headed moments after the FQPL men's grand final, but clearly not. Although 20 minutes played, it's going to be certainly an interesting battle over the next 5 minutes. City maybe feel like they should be ahead. Lions have had a couple of chances of their own, though. The free kick now, again with Geoff Murphy and Thompson deciding. This time it will be Murphy with the very direct run-up for this free kick. I feel like we might be seeing a driven ball towards that currently vacant penalty spot area. Jess Dillon just lurking. And Clark didn't get to it, but teammates bailed her out as it goes away. McElligott picking it up on that far sideline, clipping it forward for Karen Barsis. Edward bearing down on her, and Edward just decided to get rid of it as quickly as she could. For Thompson. And she's just shrugging away that challenge. Thompson putting the cross in, and it doesn't have the power to reach Sian Fryer at the back post.
Yeah, you brought up the point earlier. They've really been favouring that right-hand edge through Georgia Thompson. And Fryer and Latham have been options in the penalty area. Just waiting for one to connect. That's all they're missing at the moment, is that final pass or shot, Brisbane City.
And I suppose as well, no matter how many grand finals you play, no matter how much success you have as a player, it is so tough in these sorts of moments where you're on the biggest stage in Queensland, Suncorp Stadium, and it's grand final day with a trophy just sitting right there in that tunnel in halfway. There's Cox for Nielsen. Forward is Rantucci, might have found a bit of space in behind, but Fryer tracking back well. Sian Fryer will concede the corner, and if you're not overly familiar with the NPL women's competition, we are specifying Sian Fryer every time because it is sister Laney in the team as well. So Sian wearing 24, Laney 10, and well, they're both potent attacking weapons.
That they are. Of course, Sian scoring. Last time these two met, she scored 4 on that occasion.
And we'll have a break as Miss Brotherson just says to the players, I've got my eye on you. This delivery, Countworth just punches it away and came off the chest of Laney Fryer. And it is interesting what the two Fryer sisters, they do a lot of things together. I was speaking to Sian when she signed for the Brisbane Roar, not this most recent season, the one prior, and the two sisters were actually rehabbing ACL injuries together as well. And they were talking about how they've played together for so long, and just that experience that they've got playing with one another and being on the same page, and the support they can give each other as players and as sisters as well.
Yeah, it certainly helps. And when you're under fatigue and duress, as they will find themselves.
So Karen Barsis will get a shot on target to a stats sheet.
As they will find themselves later on in this match. It certainly helps just having that telepathic communication, almost knowing where one another will be, what one another expect.
I don't have telepathic communication, but that's probably a story for another day. There it goes, Khan for Laney Fryer, but she just can't bring it under control, although a fortunate deflection as Nielsen tracks back and does quite well to win the throw-in.
This game just in a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. Both sides with a couple of chances. You just get the feeling that it's up to the side that make the most of that opportunity, and that's usually the case on days like today, but even more so on what has been a cagey affair to start.
It has, although it has, well, the most recent meeting that was 44 minutes before the first goal, so both of these sides in this first half, they're just trying to do what they can to ensure that they don't lose this match. It's an old cliche. I'm not entirely sure if it's accurate anymore, but you can't win a grand final in the first half, but you can lose it, which feels a bit counterintuitive linguistically. But
well, City in that match you speak of went on to score 4 goals in 11 minutes.
And when you say City, you mean Sean Fryer. Murphy with the free kick. And O'Keefe is the most advanced attacking player for Lions and can find a way around Green. Murray with a heavily weighted pass, giving Sean Fryer something to chase. Taking the corner, asks for a bit of support. She's got Kramer back up the line. The ball goes into the box and trying to pick out Latham. Get alert to the danger, clears it away. Murphy now resetting. Reception by Edward. Over it goes, and moving forward, Karen Bass is unable to bring that under control. Green. Get the ball back now as Green waits for an option. Dillon is there short to play horizontally. And City not having as much luck playing through now, Josh.
Yeah, Lions have certainly tightened up those spaces, and credit to Tiana Karen Bassett. She's doing a lot of work off the ball and ensuring their formation is well and truly intact. It's a lot of the stuff that goes unseen, especially defensively, that makes the biggest difference. Here she is again on the ball.
Cebulski, loose passes, pounced on by Dillon, and now here's Fryer in space. Sean Fryer cut back onto that lethal right foot. Fryer looking for space, marshalled well. Great defending by Cebulski to see off that chance. Now going the other way, it's Rantucci just bouncing off that challenge from Kramer. Here go Lions storming forward. City already back in numbers, setting up their defensive shape. Fairbairn with the pass, it was well read. As Khan picked that one off, and now we're going the other way. It's picking up pace now as here go Brisbane City. Sean Fryer, is she onside? She is not. The flag goes up. Oh, and we now have a couple of seconds to catch our breath as it was frantic end-to-end play, and Rob Askew was here. This opposite take us, he was up, encouraging his side to get through that passage of play.
Well, the most pivotal moment out of all of that was Libby Cebulski's one-on-one defending against Sean Fryer. I thought for a moment Fryer was going to favour her left foot. In the end, she opted for her right, but Libby Cebulski had nowhere to go. She was backtracking for the most part, but held out a Matilda.
Look, if you're doing a scorecard on that one, it's definitely one for Cebulski. Well, that is a battle that will likely continue for the next 60 plus minutes. Battle continues as Thompson just slow to recover. She's back up on her feet now. This ball's on the opposite wing with Fryer, watched closely again by Cebulski.
They've been caught out in most recently, that previous 5 minutes, twice there, Lions, as Fryer making the run in behind. On the second occasion, Ellen Gett got to her to stop the move, but Brisbane City just starting to grow ever so slowly in this match, and when you have the potency of Sean Fryer out on this left wing and you have Georgia Thompson, who's just a workhorse, they're going to create opportunities.
All right, Josh, I'm going to have to throw you under the bus now a little bit with some trivia. So this is the 10th grand final, so we've had 9. The highest seed has won how many NPL women's grand finals out of the 9 that have been completed?
Well, I'm going to say Brisbane Roar, NTC. Am I right?
Yes, in 2018. And the winning goal that afternoon was scored by none other than Sean Fryer. And they beat the Gap that day. And have a guess who the Gap coach was?
Rob Askew?
Bingo. So
one of the few finals Rob would have lost.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a very familiar feeling for him as he has now come on to Lions and a whole lot of success as the switch play goes for Rantucci as he's played forward for Cox. Goes for Get. Switching ball, trying to pick out Cox, and there is the Lions coaching brain trust as Rob Askew. Look, he's seated, but he's no less animated than usual, and his work with women's football here in Queensland is second to none, although I think Gary French has had a pretty good resume as well, so I don't want to throw anyone else under the bus. Wherever he goes, Rob Askew, success follows. Georgia Thompson, Morton Bay Jr. And building this squad as well. They've got quite a strong connection through David Da Silva with his previous stops as well. So plenty of young promising players coming through. Go down to our man on the sideline, Josh McLean. Josh, you've just been doing a bit of research into Lions, have you? I think the button on his microphone might not be cooperating at the moment. We try and go back to him for that in a little bit. Set now, 34 minutes played in the 2024 NPL Women's Grand Final, still scoreless. James Hogle and Josh Masamisi in the commentary spot as Josh McLean down on the sideline. It's the Super Jays bringing you the action in this match. Sabulski just over the sideline. O'Keefe to stride forward. Only Cox was available in front of her. O'Keefe took the 1-2 and she got the block on as well as O'Keefe and Cox trying to link up. Last touch looked like it came off Alyssa Cox. It certainly did. So throw in now for Brisbane City, the premiers in 2024. Possession with McElligott going head-to-head with Khan.
just walk their way up the field now, Brisbane City. And they're happy to get into this arm wrestle. They probably haven't had to do it on too many occasions throughout the season. But we know David De Silva's coaching style. And they'll be happy to roll up their sleeves.
That they will. And they're a side that, again, we go back to the experience that they've got. They know how to get through tough games. I mean, you've got 8 A-League players or A-League experienced players on this side. So you've got Worth, Norrie, Murphy. On the bench, Claire Farrington, Talitha Kramer, Georgia Beaumont, Steph Latham and Sian Fryer. Lions, though, not short of experience themselves. They've got 4 players: Shuttleworth, Gett, Karen Bassett and McGilligan. And they also have, watching on, I presume, over in Brazil, Marielle Hecker, who's drawing curtains on her career at the end of this A-League women's season. Marielle Hecker has had for the 2 teams in orange. The 2 teams in orange here in the Sunshine State as Sian Fryer links up with her sister. Over now for Thompson. She goes to battle. Gallagher. Pressure on Hallie Khan for Murphy. Cox, and the pace is certainly starting to come out of these players. This has been a very intense moment. Norrie and Karen Bassett just engaging in pleasantries. Goes out for Thompson as a breakneck attack hopefully unfolding, as instead City will for a little bit more of a patient approach, and this might be the perfect time to go down to our man on the sideline, Josh McLean. Josh, are you there now?
Yeah, hi guys. Speaking to Lions FC, well, you mentioned earlier they have got a lot of youth. Well, they've had to learn on the fly and they've had to mature on the fly. Given the players that they are missing this season, Jessie Rashett, well, the former A-League defender, meniscus tear, Ellie Chappell, a shoulder Rico, Chloe Dale, a broken leg against Olympic FC, and Amy Gunson, the brilliant goal scorer, has stress fractures in her shins. So I tell you what, any side would struggle to make a grand final with that much experience out, but full credit to Rob Askew for getting them there.
Certainly is a testament to the program they've got there. Thank you very much, Josh McLean, on the sideline for both NPL grand finals, and it's so good having him down there, isn't it, Josh?
It definitely is, bringing us up to date on what's going on.
It's almost like he's a professional news gatherer or something. Worth restarts play with the goal kick. And short goal kicks now. It's always interesting seeing the different strategies put into place with these teams. Sometimes the defenders take it, sometimes it's the keeper, and just adds a little bit more variety. But now you're not really seeing teams hoof it that much more now. As could be a chance on for Sian Fryer, who's switched over to that right side. Thompson now on the left. Fryer trying to get around Fairbairn and under that one as it sails behind.
Yeah, David De Silva just taking a different approach to things with roughly 5 minutes to go in this first half, excluding anything that's added on, swapping Fryer and Georgia Thompson. It shows the quality of both players, though. They're able to jump from either side of the field and still fit into the system and still contribute.
Plenty of blue in the stands here at Suncorp Stadium on this splendid Saturday afternoon. Norrie for Latham, she'll get the shot away, and there's not enough power in it or bend on it to trouble Clark. He goes for another goal kick as we still await that first breakthrough.
Very different to last year's grand final. Eastern Suburbs finding the opener in the first 5 minutes, roughly, I believe.
Emma Starr, I barely had time to grab my very late lunch and sit down to enjoy that game. I think there might have been a few people very much in the same boat in the stands around me for that. But either way, this quadruple header of Queensland football is in the third of 4 acts. City subs are going through their warm-up proceedings. Some of the young supporters for Brisbane City. It's such a remarkable rise in the last 2 years for this side, as just what happens when clubs invest in their women's teams as well, not just Brisbane City, but the side we saw raising a trophy about an hour ago, Gold Coast Knights. They've built that program up with NPL experiences. They have now worked their way up into the top flight. We're looking forward to seeing them in NPL 2025 as the league just gets more and more competitive and more big names getting added to the competition. Latham on the turn, but feels like there could have been a free kick given her way. No whistle though from Miss Brotherston. Over it goes. Far side, McGilligan finding Karambasis. Excellent right foot to good use, teeing up Rantucci, but she's muscled away from the ball. It's worked out though for Get. On the turn, O'Keefe back for Rantucci, looking for the shot off the left. Rantucci blocked away as Billy Murphy puts her body on the line to block that shot from Tonya Marie Rantucci. Karambasis is able to find the foot of Hallie Khan, and Fryer gets by that challenge from Karambasis. Heavy touch, Edward with the interception. And Josh, this first half has just absolutely flown by. Not a whole lot of stoppages either.
No, it has had a high tempo to it, and there's been pretty much no breaks in play, to be fair. And Cebulski
might have gotten herself into a little bit of trouble. She very quickly runs away from the scene of the crime. I think she knew exactly what she was doing on that occasion, fouling Georgia Thompson, and just as it might have been earlier in the first half, another bit of leniency from Miss Brotherston.
Well, I'm sure, Taylor Brotherston's probably thinking about a yellow card at some point, because there have been a few challenges and a few challenges that are quite unnecessary.
The tough part as well is once that precedent is set, you've got to follow through on it. As Murphy got all of that one as she finds the head of Kramer. Goes from one Fryer to another. Laney's shot blocked away.
But she has done a great job so far, Taylor Brotherston, and especially communicating with the players. That's something that when you talk to players, they want is the communication, just to see where they stand, and she's been happy to deliver a message.
And it feels like that's been the message that you keep hearing, like you talk to the players, you talk to the coaches, is all you really want is you feel like you're getting some form of consistency as well. And look, I know every club feels like they're getting the raw end of the stick with these referee decisions, but more often than not, it's swings and roundabouts week to week. Goes out for Thompson. As Thompson takes a shot on and hits Latham, as she will get credit for that save instead of Clark. And just asking a bit much of Rantucci, but that ball was travelling as it struck Latham.
There wouldn't be too many more frustrating things in this sport than having your own player block a shot, and Latham, she just couldn't get out of the way. Well, plain and simple.
That is the second time we've had that happen today as well, where we've had in the FQPL men's grand final, I think it was Arthur Gabayo was right on the goal line, and so he got flagged for offside as the shot came in, and that would have been 2-2 with about 20 odd minutes to play. You can see the replay on your screen of that moment as there is 1 minute of time added on here in the first half as Cox high for that ball but couldn't get it down. Melissa Cox, she might be one of the taller players in the competition, if not the tallest. As it goes for Nielsen to play forward. You were pointing there, Josh. You thought the attack was on for City on that far side as the free kick goes the way of Lyons as Norrie. I'm sure it's taken in the spot that she wants it to be taken on. A chance now for Lyons in the closing seconds of the first half. Silver up in his technical area, just issuing instructions, making sure every player is accounted for. Melissa Cox is the obvious target on this one. She is standing 3 in from the near side. Closely by Murphy and Khan as that ball is able to find Cox, and it might have been a double deflection on the way through, and it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, a very dangerous time there if Brisbane City were to concede. As we see the minute tick over now.
And that will bring an end to a scoreless but no less enthralling first half here at Suncorp Stadium in the NPL Women's Grand Final. Both sides with their chances. Both sides, Josh, though, they'll be feeling pretty happy with how that first half played out, albeit without a breakthrough.
Yeah, without a doubt. As you mentioned, they're still in the game. They're just trying not to lose at this stage. And Lions have had some chances, so too Brisbane City. Brisbane City probably look to have more of the running in their legs, but both managers will have a chance to discuss options with both sets of players. I'm excited for what's to come in this second 45.
There certainly will be plenty to look forward to in the second half. There is all to play for and a couple of chances both ways. So halftime moments are getting, or halftime activities are getting set up on the pitches. The subs are heading up the tunnel for both sides. And the referees go down the tunnel as well. And Josh, I mean, I feel like if we're scoring this on a scorecard like a boxing match, Lions are probably feeling like they're in a better position so far, despite having maybe a little bit of a territorial disadvantage.
Yeah, I would agree. Brisbane City, as we've mentioned, have a lot of strike power, and the fact that they've held them out, haven't really given away too many gilt edge opportunities either. Livy Sabilski has been a major reason as to why that's occurred. She's been mega in the centre-back position, shutting down Sian Fry on a couple of occasions. So as you said, Lions probably happier out of the two, but you can just see City are just waiting to catch a light, and when they do.
Yeah, for sure. And one player who still has yet to put her stamp on the match is Steph Latham, but she's never a player that you want to count out. All right, we're going to step away and take a bit of a break, and we'll be back with the halftime highlights after this.
Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Well, it is half-time of the NPL Women's Grand Final between Brisbane City and Lions, a Classico conclusion to the season. Fans are still waiting for that first breakthrough. 0-0. James Conlon and Josh Masamisi bringing you all the action from, well, you know where we are, Suncorp Stadium. It is an iconic venue, Josh, and it's been a tense first half so far with no breakthrough just yet.
No, not as of yet. You get the sense that that'll come in the second half as we see the highlights taking shape.
Sean Fryer, she's been involved but yet to really break through in this first half, as that was one of City's better chances. Norrie's shot was blocked away, although it was out of bounds prior to that, and a fortunate deflection on the way through here as Georgia Thompson tries to make something happen.
Yeah, Ellie Chapel.
Emily Clark.
Emily Clark, rather, sorry. Emily Clark and Livia Sibilski both dealing with the threat and danger there. We saw some challenges take place and some feeling walk into the game.
There is Ishinori. She's not afraid of a collision in midfield as well, as we've seen throughout her lengthy A-Leagues career. And there is the Lions box in the second tier of Suncorp Stadium. It is a big evening for the club as well, with their women and men's senior teams in the grand final. And there are the fans in the stands to get involved in the halftime activities. We've got another 45 minutes to come. I can't wait for it, Josh. We'll be back with the second half after these messages.
is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
All right, we are back at halftime at Suncorp Stadium. It is the NPL Women's Grand Final between Brisbane City and Lions FC. James Coughlin, Josh Masamisi in the commentary spot. Josh, when will we get a breakthrough in this match? There's been no shortage of chances, but nothing overly clear-cut as yet.
Well, I'm hoping soon. As we spoke about in previous fixtures, the goals have come in flurries, and it may not be any different tonight. Well, possession stats throughout the year, Lions have kept the ball the most out of anyone in the NPLW with 60%. Brisbane City sitting in third, so that tells me that both sides are patient. They're happy to wait to build up play, but as we count down the minutes into the last 20, last 10, if we still haven't got a goal by, then I'm sure both managers will be looking to flood players forward.
Certainly. All right, well, look, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour down memory lane while we're waiting for the players to come out for the second half. The subs are warming up. So, Lions, grand final history. They were in every grand final from 2019 to 2022. They won all of them. Now, the question is, when was the last goal they conceded in an NPL Women's Grand Final?
You got me.
It was the 21st minute of the 2019 Grand Final. Lauren Askin scored for Moreton Bay United. Since then, they scored 3 unanswered goals out at Luxury Paint Stadium that night. Then it was a 4-0 win over Logan at Perry Park on a very, very, very hot end of November day in that delayed season. 4-0 there, 3-0 over Capalaba at Perry Park in 2021, and then 6-0 over Gold Coast United in 2022. So just doing my very, very quick commentator maths, that is 16 unanswered goals in an NPL Grand Final, and a very long time since they have conceded in a Grand Final. So well, if City are able to get the breakthrough, and they've certainly got the talent and the players to do just
They'll
that.
be creating history.
It'll be ending a very, very long streak for Lions FC. Now they are, and Lions are also looking to add a 12th trophy under Rob Askew as well. 4 premierships, 2019, 2021 to 2023, 4 grand finals, 19 to 22, and 3 Kappa Queensland Cups, 2021 to 2023. And of course, they did make the final of the 2024 edition 2 weeks ago, where they were defeated but not disgraced by Gold Coast Knights. So this is a side that has plenty of experience getting to big games. I know it is a different team in 2024, but this is still such a good side. And I don't want to go down the DNA route too heavily, but I mean, when you're wearing that Lions jersey, there is a certain boost you get from playing for that.
Yeah, and just taking a look at both benches ahead of the second half. Letitia Foster made an appearance off the bench in the semi-final against South and really added a lot of energy in running into that midfield. So she's someone that David De Silva may look to. And as for Lions, you've got Samantha Dibben. She's been clinical up front throughout this season and certainly added a different point of difference to attack. So perhaps those two may make an impact. There's all to play for.
They certainly could, and I'm just noticing as well, out on the field, number 18, Charlie Gibson, has taken up station at right back. Looks like she might have replaced Hallie Khan at halftime. We'll endeavour for some confirmation on that momentarily. But in the meantime, the second half is ready for kickoff. It will be Lions going from right to left on your screen. 45 minutes to decide a champion, and that is confirmed by the fourth official as well. Hallie Khan off, Charlie Gibson on for the second half of the NPL Women's Grand Final. James Coughlin, Josh Musumisi up here, Josh McLean down on the sideline at Suncorp Stadium. Oh, it's just been a great day so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has, and the crowd is certainly building. Brisbane City have brought out the supporters. You've heard the drums throughout the first half. No doubt they'll continue in the second, which is great to see the support.
Will the Lions with their support flowing in, including several members of the men's team who are getting ready for their grand final, which kicks off in about 90 minutes time. That does come with an asterisk depending on how this match goes. But one more match to go after this one, and well, what better way to spend a Saturday than watching football of all sorts. So Fryer, Sian Fryer, that clip over the top, looking for Thompson. So second half, Sian Fryer starting on the left. Georgia Thompson out on the right. So as it was at
they
kickoff.
reverted back to how they began the match. And we've said it a couple of times. They really have enjoyed success and they've had room to roam down either flank, but it's just been that delivery into the area, just lacking that finishing touch.
Right, for a throw in, and this is throw in is taking place. We'll go down to Josh McLean on the sideline. Josh, what'd you learn in the halftime break?
Well, gentlemen, interesting. I approached Sian Fryer for an interview. Unfortunately, she was so focused, she just wasn't able to talk to me. But that is not surprising. Giving a little tidbit of information I found out.
As Josh's microphone appears to have dropped out, so we'll...
They left us on the cliff there, didn't
Yeah, it's a real cliffhanger. I feel like this is the end of her season. You know, we've got a few months off now. We'll try and get back to Josh for the second half of that before too long, as Delegate needs to find a way around that substitute. Gibson. All right, so it looks like we've got Josh back now. Josh, you left us on a cliffhanger. Can you finish that one off for us? All right, the cliffhanger will continue by the sounds of it as O'Keefe steps on the ball as she is able to retain possession somehow. Dylan pinch it off her. McElligott back now for Fairbairn. So drills it forward for O'Keefe.
Would be the receiver.
Spray that one out towards her right, but we'll find a pair of Brisbane City players. Macy Edward clipping it forward. All right, third time's the charm, Josh. Potentially, if he's there for us. Oh, no, okay, sorry, that's on me. I jumped the gun there as Latham brings it back as Sian Fryer drives into the box. Chance now, Norrie with the shot and pops it over.
Yeah, well, there we go. Ishinoori had a chance in the first half. It was called offside, so the play didn't unfold to its completion, but Fryer delivering the ball for Norrie, just getting underneath it. Unfortunate there for Brisbane City.
Chance now, though, off the subsequent goal kick as Fryer now again looking for the tee-up with Laney Fryer, and the sisters link up for the opening goal in the grand final. Brisbane City have the breakthrough.
Well, Laney Fryer stands up, and it was, you could feel it coming. That previous chance that Ishinoori missed, they didn't stress on that for too long. Here it is on the replay. Laney Fryer just hitting it first time on the edge of the area. Pinpoint accuracy coming off the post. Brisbane City lead.
And it was almost the exact same move that had just unfolded, where there was a free runner adjusting behind the defensive line and the cutback was on. And it was worked to perfection. Sean Fryer to Laney. Sisterly magic, sisterly connection. Call it what you want. It's Brisbane City 1, Lions 0. 4 minutes into the second half. And the Lions are in a position they haven't been in for 5 years now, trailing in an NPL grand final. And they find a way back into this one as Gibson wants it long for Latham, and the flag has gone up against Steph Latham, so she will be in for offside as Latham, the veteran, will add another honour to a long list of awards. Part of that Calabar side went down in 2021, a storm-impacted game. Would you believe, Josh? It was Perry Park and commentary position that way. You could just see the Lightning getting closer and closer and closer. And I don't know if any of the Lions players from that night will admit it, but they were desperate to get ahead as quickly as possible, but they had to wait a long way into that game. 67th minute before Mariel Hecker broke the deadlock as McElligott fires one from range.
I was about to say, a lot of weight, perhaps by default, just falls onto Megan McElligott. She is their focal point in attack. It is without doubt, and may expect a few long-range shots after what she's proven to pull off time and time again. They can't get too impatient here, Lions, either. There's so much time to still unfold.
Exactly. 40 minutes to find one goal, and just a little tactical note I'm seeing as well, Josh. McElligott and Cox have been switching back and forth, striker and winger, as this match has progressed. Right now, Cox is occupying the central role as McElligott trying to have some success against Charlie Gibson, the substitute. Dylan, swipe at the ball, but not any luck in that instance. Laney Fryer. Passes for Rantucci is around Kramer, and Gett now joining the attack. Gett looking for McElligott at the back post. Worth punches away strongly, and it's still there for Lions. Fairbairn hits it first time, looking for Cox just behind the Lions striker. Norrie under pressure from O'Keefe. It could now fall for McElligott. She can fashion space forward, and it's in. Lions strike back inside 3 minutes, and boy, we've got a grand final on our hands now, Josh.
Yeah, Megan McElligott stands up right when Lions need her. It was a great save by Worth to defuse the situation for Brisbane City on the initial attack. But this time it's Megan McElligott. The ball just found vacant space. Chelsea
Great work by Fairbairn in the build-up, and the pressure from O'Keefe, just able to get it away from Norrie, and the experience of McElligott here to get enough power on that shot, because I mean, so often you just see it roll into the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah, without a doubt. Megan McElligott lights Suncorp Stadium up. It is one apiece.
Goal 28 of the season for Meg McElligott. Her 60th goal for Lions in the last 2 seasons.
Well, we did say the goals would perhaps come in flurries.
Flurries, not a phrase we're all that familiar with here in Brisbane, but anyway. We'll resume play. So City's lead lasted all of 4 minutes. It is exactly what we were hoping for, a competitive start to the second half, and the goals that have almost reset the match now. We thought maybe that City goal might open things up a little bit more, but it's getting us back on level terms. We're going forward for Cox. Striker just unable to bring that one under control. And Alyssa Cox, she's a player that I've quite enjoyed watching over the last few years. I remember she was with QAS back in the 2020 season. They went to Gold Coast United on the final round of the year. Gold Coast needed to win to claim the premiership, and she gave them all sorts of fits as Gold Coast United eventually won the game. But like, Cox was one of those standout players. Cheyenne Singh, another part of that squad as well. And they're all now playing for other NPL clubs. So a very talented group of players coming through as Lainey Fryer for Shan. As Karambasa springs it under control.
And you're right, the landscape of the NPLW has changed drastically in the past couple of years.
Oh, Thompson on the ball, which was watched by Nielsen as it's over the byline for the goal kick.
Both grand finalists of last year couldn't return, and now Brisbane City making their way through the FQPL 1 last year here on the final day of the NPLW season. So changing at the guard, perhaps. One thing that has remained is Lions. They're well and truly still around, that's for sure.
They're not going anywhere by the sounds of it. Now Cox is trying to break through. She's just unable to control the ball cleanly, but she's got by Murphy. Takes a shot on Cox and it just goes wide. Another great chance for Lions. And they're starting to get on the front foot, and now we will try Josh McLean down on the sideline. That seems to have woken up a fair few on the sideline down there. Josh, one apiece.
Yeah, well, hasn't that just sent the crowd into raptures? The Lions FC fans, they are full of voice now, getting behind their side. They are well and truly back in this match, aren't they?
They certainly are, and Delegate has been pivotal to that. Cox, working through the centre, has had some success as well. Karambas is out for Rantucci. It's touched away, and Brisbane City just a little bit disorganised defensively at the moment, it looks like, Josh.
Yeah, it seems that after their goal, they just, I don't know how to really put it. It's very unlike Brisbane City. Usually they're ruthless right to the final whistle, but for whatever reason they perhaps dropped their guard a touch since going ahead. False sense of security.
Now Latham, she's got Murray and Thompson in support in the box, or she could opt to go herself. Latham with the curling effort, and it's splitting the difference between the far post and Georgia Thompson.
And you're right, McElligott scores, and then Alyssa Cox has her moment. So they definitely have to tighten things up at the back there.
And McElligott is all smiles at the moment as she has the equalizer in this grand final as we approach the hour mark. Kenzie Nielsen goes for McElligott. Nathan just not on the same page with Gibson. And I suppose the reassuring thing, if you're Brisbane City, is that Latham hasn't really done a whole lot so far tonight, and she is that player that when she flicks a switch, she can be pretty much unstoppable. Scorer of the opening goal of the season, Steph Latham, after 3 minutes, I think it was, out at Luxury Paint Stadium. Lainey Fryer over for Sister Shan. Is fouled by Gett.
This is a good opportunity. Both sides haven't been as clinical as what they would have liked to from the set piece. But now the door opens up for Brisbane City.
So 4 players in the ball set by Emily Clark. Watching on. So Murphy and Thompson, again the preferred set piece options. Anyway, it will be Georgia Thompson as she'll try and curl it into that top corner, and it's over for a goal kick again. Emily Clark off that free kick. She was just standing a fair way towards the far post as well, just trying to perhaps draw in that shot.
Yeah, the cat and mouse that goes on, and we've seen some gamesmanship take place throughout this match so far.
It's always a tough thing as a player as well. You almost get to the point where you're overthinking these situations. Are they showing me the space because that's where they're going to dive, or what do I do here? And Thompson is fouled on that far side. Assistant signals for it. We come back for the free kick as a little bit of a surprise expression in the face of Lindsay Nielsen, as there is Letitia Foster just watching on as the City substitutes.
Well, here they go again. Georgia Thompson standing behind it, so too Billy Murphy.
Looking at the way Lions have got their defensive structure set up, so they've got 4 players on the edge of the 6-yard box. Clark on the goal line. As Thompson puts the ball in as it's the back post. Clark doesn't come. She hesitated and is behind off Kramer for a goal kick.
Yeah, well, a chance. That's what it was, just on the hour mark. And Talitha Kramer popping up. So much experience Talitha Kramer holds, and you saw her time her jump almost perfectly there. Made contact, just not in the direction intended.
I know height can be useful at set pieces as well, Josh, but if you've got a set piece delivery that can be on the money, it's not as important as much about getting in the right position and getting away from the marker. Looks like we might have some more changes coming up on the sideline for both sides, as it so happens.
Chelsea Fairbairn.
Chelsea Fairbairn is making her way off, as is Georgia Thompson. So Letitia Foster coming on for, so just confirming those changes, it is Georgia Thompson off, Letitia Foster on for Brisbane City, Kaho Nakadate on, Chelsea Fairbairn off for Lions. Back for Nielsen. Foster looking to make an instant impact.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Foster comes into this game. As I mentioned, had an impact in that semi-final last weekend. The game was already won. But you can tell she just adds a different dynamic in attack. And David De Silva noticing that and pulling the trigger.
See if there is any sort of notable structure change for Brisbane City, and it certainly doesn't seem to be. They're just sort of sticking with that 4-1-4-1 almost, with Norrie joining the support trio for Latham. Just cleared away by City, finding Norrie. Over it goes for Sean Fryer. To keep that one in, throw in for nominal home side today, Brisbane City.
Alyssa Cox has had some nice passages in this second half. The ball starting to fall her way. And she could really break this game open.
Edward. Bending ball, can it find Cox, or will Murphy get a foot in the way? Great work by the veteran Billy Murphy. English person who's moved out to play here Australia. There's no shortage of English transplants on the commentary team, let alone in the NPL competitions.
Still quite a while to play out in this second half, and one thing that can be pretty well guaranteed is one of these sides is going to get a chance. It just depends on who takes it and makes the most of it.
And that's the thing as well with the goalkeepers, that focus is so important for them too, knowing that they've just got that extra little bit of time that we haven't seen many diving saves. A lot of their stops have been relatively routine, and they've done their job to the best of their abilities. And I suppose when you're going long patches of play without actually having anything to do, just keeping that focus is paramount, because in certain situations like this, you might be called upon. An attack will fizzle out as Cebulski intervenes. No luck finding Karen Barsis. Just over halfway before it's picked up by Cebulski. Sean Fryer, can she make this game open? Fryer, and she'll shoot it straight at Clark, as Alex did well to cut down the angle of that attempt.
Yeah, and this time it was Fryer jumping to her left. And Clark aware of the situation.
City were pleasantly surprised, albeit not the best of reasons, to get Sean Fryer back for the end of this season as well, with Matildas going out in the group stage in Paris, but I suppose it has worked out quite well for the Newmarket club. Fry's earlier than expected return opened up the door for her to be eligible for finals. Stoppage now as Lions players is down with an injury, as Keith is play down requiring treatment.
Just want to make mention of Ellen Gett while we do have a moment. She's had a very busy evening so far, marking Sean Fryer and Georgia Thompson at times, and she's really held her own. That's what we expect from Ellen Gett, the quality and experience she boasts. But there have been a couple of opportunities. If it wasn't for Ellen Gett, and for that matter, Libby Cebulski, Brisbane City probably have a couple more.
They certainly do. And let's have a quick look as well, Josh. So Brisbane City back here at Suncorp Stadium for the second year in a row. So the grand final starting 11. It feels like there's been more change in Brisbane City between the 2 years than there has been. They've actually been able to keep hold of a large number, 8 of their starting 11 from last year's grand final team. So the players that have stayed back in the back line, it's Kramer, Murphy, Khan, with Jack Cashman not involved today. She's been replaced by Mia Green. And then in the midfield, Jess Dillon, Sean Fryer, Lainey Fryer, Georgia Thompson, with the only change, Lane Sunderland out for Ishinori. Lane Sunderland finishing the season with this. The goalkeeper was Tierney Sunderland, Lane's sister that day. Georgie Worth as Latham to fashion a chance as goes behind for a corner. And Steph Latham is the other holdover as well. Just had to finish that story.
Yeah, well, we've seen this story a couple of times. Talking about stories, that passage of play, it's again a ball cutter back to the edge of the area. This time it was Latham lining up. Emily Bowman did well to get in her way and force the corner.
That she did, and also Mia Green, who started tonight, did come off the bench in the 57th minute. I'm determined to finish.
To your point, there is a lot of crossover from last year and this season.
Murphy short corner, finding Sean Fryer. Now Laney at the top of the 18-yard box to tee up Dylan, and that shot is well saved by Clark.
Well, it was worth an effort. You never know. You never know. You just got to buy a ticket, and that's what Jess Dillon did there. Clark doing well to take the ball in her grasp and not come up with an error.
And with Lions so well organised at the back, it is also important to make sure that you're getting yourself in those positions to generate scoring opportunities. And sometimes the best chances come from a long way out, as it could have been a great chance. And Karen Barsis has just pulled up a little bit after that effort. Is just limping away. But she's going to continue on for the time being. A couple of nervy moments in the Queensland Cup semi-final against Souths United. She was subbed off with an injury in that match, but able to recover in short order. But for these A-League players as well, it has been such a long run of matches as well, because you're basically going from NPL to A-League pre-season, A-League regular season. Maybe you get a couple of weeks off in between, then a couple of weeks off after A-League season, back into NPL. And
yeah, their commitment to the game cannot be doubted. It's no two ways about it. And it's not as if it has been of recent. This has been year upon year. That was silky.
Laney Fryer past and loses out. Here is Sean with the shot off the left foot. It's well saved by Clark.
You just see the number of Lions defenders track Sean Fryer, and rightly so.
Also dangerous. On the ball of Sean Fryer, and the toughest part for Brisbane City's opponents is that there's more than one threat. 71 minutes played in the NPL Women's Grand Final. Brisbane City and Lions locked up one apiece. Just late to join us. Laney Fryer opened the scoring in the 50th minute. Then McGilligan 3 minutes later with the equaliser for Lions. It's shaping up to be a grandstand finish. Kadate played off Foster, the two substitutes. They're in direct opposition with one another, and Kadate with the trying to find Cox down the sideline as she keeps that one in play. Alyssa Cox. O'Keefe is pulled off the ball by Dylan, legally so. I suppose it's too late in the season to call it a New York Lions back line as Rantucci fell on that far side, and this could be another warning going the way of Kramer. Again, Taylor Brotherston, look, she's been consistent with that, giving players every opportunity to avoid a booking.
Yeah, she's given the benefit of the doubt. She's tried to let play flow, but at times needed to intervene.
And also helped by and large by the fact that there haven't really been that many controversial moments in this game either. It's been, by and large, a very clean game. Lions with this set piece. It's something creative. Karen Barsis gets the pass down the line. Last touch is judged to have come off Fryer, and behind it goes for a corner.
Yeah, they maybe got a bit lucky there, Lions. You saw Karen Barsis just have to halt her run, and then by the time she got going again, the ball almost evaded her.
The short routine this time from the corner. Get sends it back as the cross comes in. Did that take a deflection, or was it a slice? And the assistant decides it was a slice. Goal kick.
They did well to earn a corner, but then they waste that opportunity there, Lions. They would have wanted a bit more from that, no doubt. Back
for the free kick as Cox is late on green, and now it's Cox's turn to get a warning. I beg your pardon, that's Billy Murphy. On the ground. A few players just taking the opportunity to catch their breath, as it has been a frantic pace for pretty much this whole game, Josh. Now we've only got 16 minutes of normal time remaining.
Yeah, and I think the pace will pick up as we begin to count down. Brisbane City have scored 53 of their goals in the second half throughout the regular season. That's 53 out of 80. Only 27 scored in the first half. And the highest marker of that time is the 76th to 90th minute.
And Tonya Marie Rantucci, well, she was down injured, and she was actually in the Lions bench area, and just quickly told to roll onto the other side of the sideline, as she might be feeling the effects of a warm day. She's just getting stretched out, and consistency has been a big thing of what we've been talking about here, Josh. I've always been of the opinion, if it's a cramp, get them off, keep playing.
Again, gamesmanship. She was probably just far enough off the pitch to play on.
Well, Dave De Silva is well over the halfway line, remonstrating with the fourth official, Emmett Drinnan, who was very strongly telling him to get back in his area. And
he has a point.
I kind of feel like he does have a point. As Rantucci, that was a yellow card.
Oh.
Well, she made her way back onto the pitch, and
well, Taylor Brotherson perhaps not falling for it.
Was that? Yes, it's just a yellow card for Rantucci. I just saw her heading for the tunnel and had a mild panic that it would have been the most serious of sanctions, but it is just a yellow card. The first of the game, and out of all the things it could have been for.
Yeah.
And as we were saying, kind of had a point there as well. She was off the pitch, play could have continued, and she just hopped back on. So her first booking of the season, Rantucci, comes in the grand final. And she is battling as well with injuries, or with cramp at the very least, as Gibson sets up for this throwing. And while she is doing that, we might go down to Josh McLean on the sideline. Josh, a bit heated in that last stoppage.
Yeah, a little bit heated, and so much to play for. Of course, we're in the final sort of, what have we got, 10, 15 minutes left in regulation time, and then of course we'll have stoppage time. But this is where the whips are cracking. This is where the winners are found. This is where the pressure is at its highest, and certainly there's a lot of looks between the benches of both sides, looking at coaches, subs getting themselves ready. The heart rate's increasing. Who could be the winner? Who could be the hero? And who could get themselves, or at least their side, engraved on the side of a trophy? So we've all got it ahead of us, folks. Don't go away.
He's setting up for a grandstand finish here at Suncorp Stadium. Josh McLean doing the hard yards on the sideline for us down there, as he's getting to that time of the game. We are now fully under the floodlights at Suncorp Stadium, and a better occasion, Josh, to round out the 2024 season.
Yeah, we're very blessed to be a part of this special day, and we've been treated to a great game so far. As Josh touched on yourself, the finish may be a little chaotic, and to my point I was touching on earlier, in the 76th to 80th minute, 18 goals for Brisbane City, 24 for Lions throughout the regular season. So both sides know how to find the back of the net.
That is calmly collected by Clark.
And it's a testament to their fitness and their endurance, both sides, that they're able to continue creating chances in the dying minutes. And none more so than tonight does that need to be the case.
Another nervy grab there for Emily Clark. Young goalkeeper who has spent quite a long time deputising for Ellie Chappell at Lions, and has actually been preferred to former Raw A-League goalkeeper Bella Shuttleworth for the majority of this season. As McElligott, beautiful pass to pick out Cox, as she can't find the way around, and Just hoping for a free kick, perhaps. Well, the crowd reaction tells you all you need to know about that one, as that was it's a little bit more nervy than it could have been.
Gap starting to open up here.
Fatigue very much a factor. Minimal substitutions for both of these sides. Not exactly a rare move for both of these coaches. They're happy to rely on their starting 11s. But speaking of, here we go with the substitutions. It is Ish Norrie coming off. She has done her shift and she will now go off into a year off from football.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic display from Ishnorri, really robust in the midfield.
And Georgia Beaumont set to replace Norrie, and at a guess that will drop Foster into a central midfield role. Beaumont will play off the right. Beaumont as she tries to run down McElligott, and that pass is a bit too for Karabasas to cleanly control. Too far to pick out Cox.
She has a knack of scoring after coming off the bench. Georgia Beaumont did it against Peninsula Power and Olympic, most notably throughout 2024.
Wires just getting a little bit crossed as that pass from Emily Bowman fizzed out for a goal kick. There's Billy Murphy. Play it up the sideline for Beaumont, and she left it for Gibson. Lions able to pounce on the loose ball. Nakadate searching for options as Keith makes a run down into the corner as McElligott is a long way back in support. To turn provider. Back now for Cebulski. Goes for a throw-in, and just noticing Josh as well. So with McElligott sitting a little bit deeper, this brings me back to something I was talking about with Demi Roberts in the Queensland Cup final a couple of weeks ago between Lions and Gold Coast Knights. With McElligott, she was isolated playing as a lone striker, so she started to drop a little bit deeper. And Demi was talking about how she can be effective as that sort of link-up role rather than just the out-and-out finisher. So it is interesting seeing her in this different role. Yeah,
and especially when Tegan Riding was at Lions, Megan McElligott played more of a second fiddle in the attack and definitely contributed from a midfield role. But I think the more touches she has on the ball, the better it is for Lions moving forward.
And on this Lions team, it is a young side. It's not quite full of the game breakers that we're used to. Mariel Hecker out injured. Shay Connors playing A-League as well. Amy Gunston out injured as well. It is very much like the majority of the focus is on McElligott. And we'll come back now for the free kick.
Taken quickly.
Waiting as Nakadate drives forward. She's got McElligott out wide. She'll go herself. And Worth had that covered as she just palmed that to the ground.
Well, Taylor Brotherson will have to call up play shortly, you'd assume.
In the meantime, she's allowing this City attack to continue. The pace of this game is really starting to take its toll, and here goes Sian Fryer into the box, on the turn, on that dangerous right foot, teeing up Latham with a back to goal. Goes out to that far side, and the long shot on as Clark will now surely...
Well, Rob Askey is asking the question. Taylor Brotherson eventually will pull a halt to play, and in that whole sequence, Lions have been with 10 men.
And it is getting a little bit heated on the pitch as well. Kramer just barking back at a couple of the Lions players, saying the ref is a person who decides if play stops. And again, it goes back to my old point of if it's a cramp, does it really need the game to be stopped as O'Keefe? I mean, I would love to see her GPS data on the amount of Ks that she's run in the last 83 and a half minutes, because it would be very, very high.
Yeah. And Taylor Brothers has already shown her card. She's not going to mess around. Tucci already going into the book for taking a little more time than perhaps was required.
Action will resume now with the uncontested drop ball. And that will be it for Tara O'Keefe, and she is replaced by Macy Edward. So, you just think cumulatively as well, Macy Edward only played 7 games in all competitions this season, but she could have a big impact on what is the biggest stage. Out it goes Rantucci, coming back onto her left, and she'll slide it into the box for Cox, cleared away by Murphy. It's Nakadate. Brings it back. Nielsen. With the touch, Nakadate have to put the afterburners on to get to it. She beats Gibson to the ball. Is a touch too heavy to stay in, and it is. Behind it goes for a goal kick. Well, Josh, we've already had one extra time game today. I'm trying to find some wood to knock on for fear of jinxing it, but it sure looks like we're heading that way.
Well, less than 5 minutes remaining. Not sure how much out of time there will be. You should presume a couple of minutes. I reckon we've got about 8 minutes remaining in this match.
Can one of these sides find a way through the match in 90 minutes, or will we have more extra time drama? McGilligan getting away from that challenge from Kramer. Not away enough, and Kramer will be the first Brisbane City player to go into the notebook. She was one of the players that was warned before, so a whole lot of arguments for the veteran as she picks up her 5th booking of the season.
Well, we talked about a side getting a chance. This could be it, as we see McGilligan skipping away from defenders, keeping the ball close to her feet, and then the challenge from Kramer forcing the foul.
There is that futsal background coming through for Meg McGilligan, part of that dominant Crusaders futsal team with Steph Latham, a teammate for that club. They are foes today. That won't be long before they're back on the same side, I'm sure, on the futsal court. So it's Mackenzie Nielsen. She can hit a set piece. Scored the winning penalty in that 5-4 win over Souths. Nielsen can only thunder it into the wall. Cox lays it back as it goes Bowman. Cox squaring it. Shot on by the substitute.
Oh. McGilligan thought that was a handball. She's convinced.
She is pleading her case, but Brotherson unmoved from those appeals.
We'll have to take a look at it. Here is Alyssa Cox with the delivery. Was it Jess Dillon? Did it come off the hand of Jess Dillon?
Well, again, it's all down to the interpretation of the handball rule. Was it ball to hand? Was it a natural position? And
yeah, the silhouette.
Yep. I was talking to someone during that Socceroos game on Thursday night as well, and talking about how so many of the rules are somewhat subjective as well.
Yeah.
So it's a tough gig being a referee. They're far braver people than you or I.
Without a doubt.
Now chance for Lions. 2.5 minutes to go. It's a curling ball into the 6-yard box. Worth got just enough on it to take it away from Rantucci. Foster sees off that threat. Beaumont launches it. Nakadate just concedes the throw and gives Lions a chance to reset. And some of these players are really struggling to get back. Now, as that front three for Lions, they look like they're out of their feet, Josh.
Yeah, it's been a very tiring game. We started in warm conditions. It has slowly cooled off.
Still 22 degrees.
Luckily they weren't playing in direct sunlight, of course. But as I mentioned, they're conditioned for this. Both managers would have prepared them 12 months ago, or rather probably 10 months ago for today. And it's about the battle of endurance. Who can go the longest?
Throw in with just 1 minute of normal time remaining. There'll be some glances over towards our fourth official, Mr. Drunan, as we await his signal for how much time will be added on in the second half. Can we have a late winner pop up? Edward, she's added a spark with her fresh legs coming on for Tara O'Keefe. So well against the Premiers. And Josh, I'll go to your memory here. It doesn't feel like City have had that many clear-cut chances since half-time.
Well, apart from the goal.
Aside from the goal, yes, sorry.
And Norris chance just moments before that. But yes, apart from that, 100%, you're definitely right. Brisbane City have struggled to really make inroads. And again, it's just been that last pass, that last cross, that last shot, just in the final third. The build-up has been nice, as we see at a time.
4 minutes of time added on.
I was close.
You're pretty much, let's just say you were spot on anyway. Sean Fry bursting away. She's got the energy in her legs. She'll look for that cross for Beaumont at the back post. Nakadate heads it away. Beaumont is back for Lathan. Foster on the edge of the box. Forced to go backwards. Gibson goes as Lainey Fry goes down, and she's grabbing her ankle, Lainey Fry. It might have been where she stepped on the Lions player's foot, perhaps, as she is very, very uncomfortable. So blows for time, pretty much bang on 91 minutes. So we'll just see how much more time is added on. But big concern for the Brisbane City star attackers. And the Lions players are still down in the 6-yard box as well. However, looks like it is mostly just a cramp. And be more pressing concern right now.
Yeah, hopefully Lainey Fryer is okay. She's receiving some treatment, as you can see. Sean alongside with her. But both sides resorting to the technical areas, and a chance for both managers to have their say. Not sure how much effect it will have, as there's only minutes remaining.
I think back to a famous Sir Alex Ferguson quote, and a paraphrase of that might be very apt here, where his entire pre-game talk for Man United one day was, lads, it's Tottenham. They went out and won 5-0. I feel like right now, if you're Rob Askew or David De Silva, it's, hey, it's the grand final. That's really all you need to say.
So there's already been a minute.
Minute of stoppages.
Overlap so far. So that will no doubt be added on top of what is left.
The question now becomes, does either coach want to go to their bench once again? Both have one more substitution window to use in the second half, and they all have players, but that is an uncomfortable sight to see Lainey Fryer being helped off after such a strong season.
Scored the goal to give City the lead at 2.
David De Silva will have to make one more change in normal time, and coming on is Amy Cook in 22. That will also likely force a reshuffle.
So that stoppage was over 2 minutes long.
You just have to wait and see how much more time will be added on, because we're almost at the end of the originally allotted 4 minutes. So we talked about it in the first half, Josh, and bring it up again. Sian Fryer, late winner in the 2018 Grand Final. She has a couple of minutes to take care of it in 90 minutes. What can she do here? Well, it's asking a lot as she's pinned down in the corner. It goes off McElligott, so City get the throw in there, still in an advantageous position. As Fryer is helped off behind play. We hope it is nothing too serious for her.
Corner.
Late chance now for City. Maybe another minute to go at most as Fryer makes her way back to the bench.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Billy Murphy will take the corner, and she's been able to find the mark on a couple of occasions. So important she hits the spot. Plenty of bodies forward for City.
It's a short pass to Fryer. Ending ball as it's only able to find McElligott, and she will just dump it over the sideline. Anywhere will do for Lions. I think for them the full-time whistle would be a welcome relief as they have a chance to reset and regroup. They are under the pump in the closing minutes of the second half. Sian Fryer driving towards the byline as she's given no space by Cebulski. Forced all the way back through the halfway line. Green, the last player, has to get a pass right, does so, finding Dylan. Latham. Oh, Beaumont slipped, although Nakadate already had that interception under control as goes back a look at his Brotherston, and Lions will have the long ball over the top as Green just hooks it away. Lions get the throw in. 97th minute now is, I hope you've enjoyed this match because we've got some bonus football coming your way by the looks of it, unless something miraculous happens in the next few seconds. It's laid in behind and too far ahead of Alyssa Cox. Over it goes for a goal kick. That is surely full time now as Georgie Worth will restart play. Beaumont, back it goes for Dylan. Fryer, does she have the pace to get onto the end of it? She just shrugs away Get. Could this be a late winner for City? Fryer looking for space for the cross. She's got support. It's Cook! Oh! Brisbane City complete the double, and it's Amy Cook. She's only been on the pitch for a couple of minutes, and she is the hero for Brisbane City. Oh, what a finish to the grand final!
Amy Cook, the substitute. Sian Fryer doing it all herself just about, creating the room, pushing away from defenders, keeping the play alive. They stayed patient, Brisbane City. They were in that corner. They recycled the ball from one side to the other. Sian Fryer found an opportunity. Amy Cook took her chance.
It is the most dramatic of conclusions in NPL Women's Grand Final history. We were all set for extra time. Fryer bursting down that right side, just shrugging off Get. And she had to have the patience, and we are back underway, and there is no time for the restart. Brisbane City are your champions in 2024. The latest of late shows, a 98th minute winner. Oh, what a moment for David De Silva and his team. They do the double, and now they celebrate on Suncorp Stadium. Josh Masanisi, what a finish.
We'll talk about drama. We've had that today. We've had it again. I can't really believe it. For a moment there, we thought we were definitely headed to extra time. And then one chance. Amy Cook stands up off the bench, puts it in the back of the net, and gives Brisbane City their NPLW Grand Final victory.
And it was, if they left it late, they could not do it the easy way. And City supporters, the bench, they've emptied out onto the field. And Georgie Worth will enjoy her moment. Lions, they are understandably despondent. They were heroic in their efforts for 98 and a bit minutes, but it was just a moment of magic from the Matilda. 2 assists on the night for Sian Fryer. She was the difference.
Yeah, she certainly was a collective effort, no doubt. But Fryer, if you watch the replay back, I'm not sure how she manufactures that opportunity.
That is why she's into the Matilda squad, I think.
And credit to Lions. They were valiant. Their effort was brilliant. Unfortunately, not enough.
All right, let's go down to Josh McLean, and he is on the pitch with, I'm assuming, a very, very happy Steph Latham. Josh, over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the fairy tale, isn't it? One of the last kicks of the game. I think it was the last kick of the game in the back of the net. Brisbane City win it. How special was that? Amy Cook, she just came on the field.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been solid for us all year, and just the fact that we had players available today meant a lot of quality players came off the bench. So I think it just shows her quality coming off the bench and scoring a goal for us. But the balls in from Sian today were amazing. So really, really stoked.
Speaking of quality, they don't get any better than Sian Fry. How good is it to have a Matilda in the side that can pull off a play like that when it really mattered?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, her quality goes to show. We haven't had her for a lot of the season, so when she's been able to come in with us, we've just been so stoked to have her. Everyone lifts. She brings a lot of intensity and quality to training, so it's great to have her, and you can see the difference she makes as well. So
hopefully Laney's okay.
Yeah, looks like an ankle, but yeah, I mean, we'll keep our fingers crossed for her. She's very resilient. Absolutely, again, between her and Sian, can't get much better than that. So yeah, we'll definitely keep our fingers crossed for her and hope that it's not too bad.
I'm sure a few celebratory drinks will make her feel better tonight. How much does this mean to the club?
Oh, it's huge. We've exceeded our expectations coming up from QPL 1. We had a goal at the start of the year, and obviously first goal is to not get relegated, and then second goal is top 6 and hoping for finals. So we kind of worked out what we would need to make finals, and so to come out with the double, the premiership and the grand final, it's just it is a fairy tale. It's unbelievable.
Enjoy lifting the trophy.
I will, thank you.
There is a very happy captain, Stephanie Latham, guys.
Yeah, I think Steph Latham will be leading the celebrations once they get back to Imperial Corp Stadium. And Amy Cook, I don't think she'll ever have to pay for pizza out there again after her late show. Josh, I've just got something for you here.
Yeah.
Sian Fryer, 8 appearances prior to tonight. She had scored in every game she'd played in for Brisbane City. No goals tonight, but I think arguably her biggest contribution of the season, 2 assists for the opening goal and the winning goal as well.
Yeah, she contributes on so many levels, not just putting the goals in the back of the net, but it's from the effort you don't see, from the play that she pulls together, and yeah, another tremendous effort from her. Amy Cook in the right position at the right time, had to bury it, and she did.
And we should take a moment to say as well, Lions, this is a rebuilding year for them, and it's resulted in a 3rd place finish in the league, a cup final defeat, unfortunately, to Gold Coast Knights, and a heartbreaking grand final loss. But for a rebuilding year, that is still an unbelievably successful campaign for Rob Askew and his very, very young squad that has been decimated by injuries to all the senior leaders he was counting on to feature.
Yeah, you put a lot of clubs in similar positions to what Lions have been put under, and they probably don't achieve what Lions have achieved this year. But credit to Lions, they stand here on grand final day. Unfortunately, didn't get the job done. They gave us one hell of a game.
They did, and for now though, it is Brisbane City's time, it is Brisbane City's moment, and they are celebrating with a very, very happy bunch of Brisbane City fans who have made the trek out to Suncorp Stadium, and they've really added to the atmosphere as well. Josh, I believe we have some second half highlights to come now. And, well, I'll tell you what, it was a great second half. Here is the first goal.
Yeah, here it is. Laney Fryer, unfortunately going off injured, but put the ball in the back of the net, hit coming off the post. Emily Clark couldn't do too much about that.
Yeah, and the second goal, which came from Miguel again, and it was just tenacity from Lions, a response to that concession, and I don't know how much space there was for that shot, but she found it and it went through, and Lions were back on level terms. And here is the moment of the match, and we were all getting ready. I was looking at stats for extra time. Sian Fryer said, no thanks, I want to go celebrate right now. And Amy Cook made no mistake. That was not an easy finish as well for Amy Cook. It was just that awkward height, and she got enough on it to win the match for Brisbane City. And each Norrie, first substitute there to greet them as well. And the presentation is being set up as well. But, well, 3 grand finals. It's tough to say which was the best one, but this is a match that will live long in the memories of those who were watching and in attendance today as well. The latest winner in NPL Grand Final history for the women's side, and easily the most dramatic match as well.
It's been an interesting concept that FLW Grand Final over recent years, really down to dominance of teams, but this year it really did deliver. The Classico delivers once again. The history will live long on, James, Brisbane City and Lions.
It certainly will, and you really, again, I hate to go back to it, you have to feel for Lions having to sit there and go through the presentation ceremony now. Just down behind each of the goal areas, we've got the NPL Men's Grand Finals warming up. Lions to our left, Moreton City to our right, and that is going to be a fantastic game still to come on FQ TV. But for now, we'll stick with the Brisbane City celebrations as they can celebrate doing the double. Another trophy for them as well. The FQPL double last year, the NPL double this year. And just a sneaking suspicion as well, knowing the way that those teams are wired, they want to go one better next year and do the treble.
Yeah, they aren't done yet. And their trajectory has been incredible. Like, talk about when David De Silva took over midway through 2022. He managed to get him into a final series, get promotion in 2023. Now they are at the top of the tree in 2024. It is going to be an interesting prospect though next year. They will be the hunted.
All right, we're going to turn away now to our Master of Ceremonies, Brad Wood.
With their medals, Liberty A-League defender from the Brisbane Roar, Chelsea Blissett, also COO of the Brisbane Roar, Zach Anderson, and FQ Director, Marty Buttigieg. We've witnessed 3 hugely exciting matches here on Queensland's biggest stage so far, Suncorp Stadium. We've still got one more to go after this, so stick around. On behalf of Football Queensland, we really hope you've had a really enjoyable day here, and thank you so much for your support of not only this event, Grand Final Day, but also your ongoing support of football in Queensland. We'd also like to acknowledge the players, coaches, volunteers and support staff from our NPL Queensland clubs who have made this season possible, and all the wonderful volunteers from every level of the game throughout our entire state. It is safe to say that 2024 has been one of the biggest years for football, not only in this country, but also in the state of Queensland as well. And what a fitting end to such a momentous year with a massive NPL Women's Grand Final between Brisbane City FC and Lions FC. First, we would like to acknowledge the achievements of our match officials who have today officiated this grand final and whose appointments to this game is a testament to their hard work and high-quality performances throughout the season. Our game truly would not be able to happen without these referees, so please congratulate with me referee Taylor Brotherston, assistant referees Connor Evans and Ryan Ball, and fourth official Emmett Brennan. They are handed their medals today by FIFA referee Misuk Park, fresh from her duties officiating the 2024 Paris Olympics. Please join me again in congratulating our grand final match officials for their outstanding work today and throughout the season. Now, unfortunately, in all our grand finals today, there has to be a runner-up, but today's NPL Women's Grand Final runners-up fell just short. They are Lions FC. They did have a fantastic season, finishing third on the ladder in NPL Women's, but they also reached the final of the Kappa Queensland Cup. 15 wins this season, 3 draws and 9 losses, and it's their first time playing on Suncorp Stadium. Please join me in congratulating this year's NPL Women's runners-up, Lions FC, as they come forward to collect their medals. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please join us in congratulating today's NPL Women's Run Lions FC. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will turn our attention to today's 2024 NPL Women's Grand Final champions, who won it in the last minute to top off an impressive season. Brisbane City FC are crowned premiers of the 2024 NPL season as well. In the same season, they got promoted from the Women's FQPL1 right here at Suncorp Stadium last year, where they also won the trophy. The Brisbane City team had 20 wins this season and only 6 losses. And they also met Lions 3 times, winning 2 of the 3 games this season. And they won here on the day. Please welcome them forward to collect their winner medals and trophy, the champions of NPL Women 2024, Brisbane City FC. Ladies and gentlemen, they have received their winners' medals. They are about to receive their NPL Women's 2024 trophy, given up once again for Brisbane City FC. And now to present the NPL Women's Trophy for 2024, Chelsea Blissett and Football Queensland CEO Robert Cavalucci. Brisbane City FC fans, this is the time to make some noise for your champion team of NPL Women's 2024. Give it up for Brisbane City FC.
Well, it is Brisbane City's moment. The best team of the NPL season complete the double. They are the premiers, and now they are also the champions. The drinks will be flowing for the Brisbane City players. Josh, it's been a phenomenal grand final day. We've got one more match to go, but final thoughts on Brisbane City's win?
Yeah, it was a war of attrition out there. Started in warm conditions, slowly eased, goals from both sides, and then Amy Cook standing up when it mattered. Congratulations to Brisbane City, well deserved. Fantastic trail I've been on the last 2 years.
Certainly, and we look forward to seeing what they have on the cards in 2025. Got another match coming your way on FQTV as the Mitre Festival of Football rolls on. It's the NPL Men's Grand Final coming your way right after this. For Josh Masamisi and Josh McLean, I'm James Colgan. Thank you for your company. We'll see you in a little bit for the Men's Grand Final.